Peace to the family. So you all should see that title. This is Q&A about UCC, real estate, stocks. That's right. So I'm letting you guys come in, put in your requests. Just let me know that you have questions, and I'm going straight to it. Any of you that have questions, be sure to ask. Be sure to let me know you're ready to ask questions, and I will pick on you. Questions about UCC, real estate, and stocks. Let's get it in. You back? Okay, let me in. I got you, Usama. Dang, where you go, Usama? Dang, lost you with all the... Yeah, if you want to build, I'll answer the questions for the people that's coming in. How do you sign up? You go to brotherpolight.com and you click for the UCC real estate class, or you click for the gold and the crisis class. Milton, I'm about to bring you in.
Hello. Brother Polight, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for bringing me up. I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm just going to let you know the opportunities that we have right now with technology and the reasons why people should stay away from the stock market. One, whenever the elite have something of any worth, right? It's like an exclusive club. Back in the day, if you said you was trading on the stock market, right, everybody would have that wow factor, like, wow, you must have gone to university, got licenses, this and the third. So now everybody can invest in this stock market. But the thing is that the technology behind it isn't as advanced as we believe. So basically, if you use Robinhood, even the stock exchange, any E-Trade, all that stuff, basically you don't own none of that. You don't own none of that stock. You don't own none of that equity. You don't own none of those things physically, right? Now, of course, it's hard to own something that's digital, or own something physical in a digital sense. But now we have technology like blockchain technology. We have the Internet of Things. We have Hashgraph. We have mesh networks. And all these things are allowing us to own actual physical assets.
Brother, hold on. Let me ask you something. Cause I see you selling what's cattle bars and crypto or whatever it is that you're selling. Let me ask you a question. Where's you guys confirmations of receipts that people in your sector are making monies consistently, day to day, week to week?
I was homeless in 2017 in Atlanta, Georgia. I was homeless on the street. Now I travel the world. I personally
no, hold on, slow down. We're not doing that individual testimonial thing. Like throughout the week, all I do, like even this morning, I post that you're telling people not to get. Like right now, you go to my Instagram or you go to Brother Polight Investment Group right now, Facebook group, BPI group. If you go there right now, you're gonna see today's post from me showing people today, hey, I'm about to buy this, and then today they make their money. You're saying for people not to do that in exchange of you. Hold on. You're saying for people not to make money inside of 10 minutes and inside of 20 minutes because what?
Oh, no. I do not mean that. I like to think in the mid and long term. Quick, because I understand that everybody doesn't know everything, understand things the way that I see things, and know the information that I know. So I apologize for that. I wasn't really expecting to get on. I just wanted to let you know that in the short term, you can make money on stocks. Yes, you can. Yes, you
And
can
in the
make money
long
on
term,
real estate. Yes, you can. But in the very, very short term,
I don't know what's up with people. You know, if what people are doing is so effective, we would probably be on their stream because we recognize the effectiveness of what they're teaching. But they come on mines, knock what I'm doing, and don't have a place to send us. If he was marketing, I gave him an alley-oop. I said, where can we go to see in real time that your people are making money? Or where can we go? My life has changed. My data. No, we're not doing that no more. In 2020, my life has changed. I make a lot of bread. But that don't mean nothing to you all if you're not making the money or if you don't have access to the information to make you money. So people, please don't come on here to undermine what I'm doing and push what you're doing, and then you can't even direct us to where exactly to go. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, literally, you guys can go on my Instagram, brother_POLIGHT. You can see when I posted a stock that I was interested in, and then you'll see the students that followed right after and got the returns. $400, $500, $700 inside of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, $200 and something. Come on, like you just see it real time. And if I wasn't on this live right now, I'd do it again. I do this every week. I do it every day. Every day I make my people money. Every day. Why would you tell us not to do that? You see what I'm saying? People are fanatical. If you feel like you're doing something that's powerful, ask if you can impart that wisdom off the subject during the live. But don't knock what's actually working. Don't knock what's actually working. That's wild. Our people, man. Yeah, come on, show me everybody else that's making the money. I don't care about if you making the bread. And show me if you making the bread. Damn. Add you. Stacy, I got you. So it begins. You know, we keep it respectful. I know people are doing their best out here and selling what they selling. And somehow or the other, they're going to get money if I get put on. I know how that works. But you can't tell people who's presently making money, stop that to do what? And I asked them, like, yo, what we do right now, we're going to make money right. Yeah, you can make money right now, but you're not going to do it long term. That's not true either. You're going to make money off the stocks long term. So the goal can't be knock what's going on with other people to prop my thing up there. Sis, I put you out there. It says adding Stacy Moore. Stacy Moore says adding, but it's not adding. Stacy Moore, you said add me, I got you. No, you ain't buying the stocks with credit cards. It's not gonna happen. Well, that didn't work, Stacy Moore. I attempted to add you. Giovanni Charles. I'm adding you, Giovanni.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yo, peace to God, man. How you doing, man?
Peace, man.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna do this. Invite you to the movie, number one. I'm just gonna say that. You know the movie I'm talking about. I invite you to be my film, that clip. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I just want to say that. But listen, I dig what you're doing, man. I'm definitely buying some bankrupt stocks. Dude, that's the hottest, I got my own curse. That's the hottest thing in the world since fire itself. Some bankruptcy stocks, dude, that's diamonds, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Crown Heights, all right? So that's some diamonds. Bankruptcy stock, I never heard of it until you said it, man. I never heard of it until you said it. Dude, I'm buying bankruptcy stocks, man.
That shit's crazy.
I'm buying like $10,000 worth of penny stocks, man. Dude, dude, I don't even know how to get in touch with you for real because you're busy. But I'm buying 10 grand worth of penny stocks, man. Dude, that 20 to 5, that's my, I'm with that. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I'm saying I'm excited, man. You don't mess my whole world up. Like for real, I'm done.
That's that love, man. We always talk about how we royalty and we kings and we queens, we emperors and empresses and everything. So we gotta actualize that. This is our opportunity right now. This market is the best it's ever been for us. In class, I'll be showing cats stocks that was 80 bands a share that went down to $13 a share. This is our time. It's bad for them because they was the ones buying them 80 grand at a time. It's lit for us, and now we could buy it for 13. People not really realizing what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna show you this. When I say, yo, we like to invest in bankrupt stocks based on the ones we understand. Like if I know a car company, a car rental company that's popular, one of the earliest ones, if not the first car rental companies, went bankrupt, and they used to be over $20 a share, and now I can get them for 40 cents. Yo, it's worth it. And if it don't work out, it don't work out. But if it do work out, you're talking about multiplying our money about 15, 20 times and still won't be halfway the amount of money it used to be worth. You know what I'm saying?
No joke.
We don't even need it to return back to full value. The stuff. And then, then you got rival. People want to be rivals. Because I'm not in competition with my brothers and them. Like, if they teach and you teach. But anyway, now you got to have the rival information. You always got to have the Hulu to the Netflix. You always got to have the Tesla to the Nikola. You always got to have the MoneyGram to the Western Union. So I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm talking my talk. And then it becomes, okay, videos. Yo, anyone tell you to invest in this bankrupt? This thing is going bankrupt. Yeah, you cutting and pasting what this white man saying. But what you're not understanding is we're not talking about long term. We talking about, like, listen, first of all I want is 20 to 5 cents on my return. Because when we first start, we want to make dollars to grow the account. The more money in your account, the less money you want to get on interest. That's how this works. When you have less money, you want more money on interest. As you start building up and you get closer and closer to 10,000, you should start wanting less and less on the profit end because you heighten the probability of being right every damn time you go in there. So eventually you only want to get 5, 10 cents. That's the goal. But when you first start, yo, we need to level up. I got to get this account up. So we drastic measures. Yo, I'm buying the bankrupt bitches over there. I'm buying this over there. We going in. So it's all strategy. But like I said, people cut and paste from white boys and perpetrate this disposition like this is what they really do. But I know cut and paste when I hear it because when I do my classes, I do them using examples that just took place during the week. When I do what I do, I go live and I post what I just purchased, like seconds from the time I just purchased. The second I purchased it, I'm videotaping. I'm screen recording as I'm purchasing my stuff and uploading it so you can get it in real time. Look at the time and say, oh shit, that was 1 minute ago. And we get it in 30 seconds ago. So I put my credibility on the line when I post something. This morning, I posted and I show you the returns. Yo, people made 400, they made 300. Yo, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but the strategies that I use and I trade upon confluence is very likely you're gonna catch me in error. I hate to tell people I haven't been in error since this month started. I hate to say that to people, but what they don't understand is even if the money goes backwards, I got a sell-stop limit loss that keeps me where I need to be. So even in that, you can say, well, Polight, you just lost $120, but I'm not in error because every time I make money, I make over 1,000. So I'm not in error. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's just the way the game goes.
Yeah.
If you take 10 of the things that I invested in, I'm always on a winning percentage. I'm always coming out winning because of strategy, because of confluence, because of math, because of current events, because of common sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it is what it is. But anyway, my brother, thank you so much. I'm gonna see you all the way at the top. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Brooklyn, so we gotta get up next time I'm in Brooklyn just to say what's up and shake your hand, my brother.
I'm in Arizona right now. I'm in Phoenix right now.
Oh, you're in
I live in
Phoenix?
Phoenix, but I'm from Yeah.
Well, you're not close to you're not too far from Vegas. I be out there a lot. I'm doing a couple celebrations out there real soon too. Hey, yeah,
I was
so
gonna say, so if you want to, I got a resort out here in Sedona, man. You and your family come there and chill, you know what I mean? But like for real, I owe you. I owe you big, man.
man,
I
thank
owe
you, brother.
you.
Man, thank you so much, man. Keep making that money, man. That's all I want to know. Keep making that bread.
I'm
Blessings
definitely
to you,
gonna
my
do. You
brother.
do the same, man. You do the same, dude. You do the same. Peace to God, man.
Peace to God. Peace, my brother.
Peace.
That was nice. That's what I'm like. Satisfied students. The golden crisis, man. Some people how to really do this big. Y'all gotta stop playing. Go to brotherpolite.com. You purchase the course. People ain't faking out here. Yo, I be ducking and hiding, not wanting no one to write in the comments if what I was doing was trash. That's what I'm saying. If somebody want to come on here and start selling what they selling, I'm like, yo, where do we go to see what everybody's doing? Where you at? I wanna know what they doing. Where you at? Let's see how lit it is. Because the people gonna come if it makes sense. I ain't kicking nothing philosophical. I'm like kicking that real, like, yo, this is how you do it, and after you do this, you're gonna make the money. And not only this is how you do it, and you'll make the money. I'm not telling you you're doing something wrong. Watch me follow my own advice. Every week, I go live, and then watch what this membership do. People don't even really realize how deep New Covenant membership is when you join New Covenant between the real estate and the stocks. Because the way I'm gonna be sending you guys instant messages for you to be able to realize, oh shit, there's a property out here that you could get for like $450 that's worth 180 grand. Y'all don't even realize what I'm doing with membership. And you guys will have the $450 because you would have made it several times over through the stocks. It's all strategy. I love what I do, man. I love it. I'm enjoying this, man. I'm enjoying this. Before we get the next party. Look at the family. Poolside. The family. Let's go. Let's get the next person. I'm ready for you guys. What's up? Right, actually is around. She's just stuffing her face. That's when you don't see her on camera. That's probably what's going on. I can't catch you chewing like that. I can hear you. Hear it too, right? It's disturbing the whole feed. Y'all can't even hear me. Y'all think it's the internet. It's her chewing.
No shame in my game.
Eluvu, James Carter, I'm coming for you now. Oh, hold on. They ain't let me invite you, James. Let's see. Okay, I got some people that's up here that I could allow to come in. Oh, okay, so you guys got to start putting in requests. One minute it allows me, the next minute it doesn't. We'll put in your request. Find out how to, okay. It allowed me to pick him.
Yo, what's up, man?
Peace to you. What's your name? Where you from?
I'm in Cali right now.
Dope. What part of Cali?
I live in Los Angeles, but I'm in Rancho Mirage right now since all that craziness is going on over there in LA.
That's home for me too. Big time. It's definitely home.
Right.
What's up, my brother? What's on your mind?
I heard you on the stream the other day. You were saying something about the UCC or not the UCC. You was explaining purchasing tax deeds for $400 or $500. What particular states is you referring to when you say that?
It can be at random.
Let me not cut it there. You said $400 or $500, and they be at least 100 to 100. In that range. That's a huge profit.
It's a huge profit. That's a fact. But that's not limited to any state in particular. But I'll tell you, the hot states a lot of times is Pennsylvania. I would tell you Sacramento County in California, since you're in California. Uh, Texas is just all around good because if you don't get the property, they probably still give you 36% out of the amount of money you put up in the form of your principal, plus late fees, penalties, surcharges. So basically, the name of the game for tax liens is that you're able to, the way I do it, right now in Florida, Florida is a tax lien and tax deed state. You can buy liens or you can buy deeds. If someone doesn't pay where they pass through delinquent property tax and they get a window of time to pay it back, which is called a redemption period, and then if you don't redeem as the property owner, that is to say, fulfill that debt obligation, satisfy the debt, if you don't redeem based on that redemption period, then the county government has the right to solicit your past due delinquency to someone else for purchase so they can make a return. And what that would be is essentially, that's called a tax lien. So a lien is a debt or an encumbrance. And so they're able to sell your encumbrance.
I got
All right.
you. No, I got, because of course I followed you. I've been following you for three or 3 years now, and I immediately put that strategy into use. The only thing is I didn't have a trust.
Yeah, you definitely need a trust because they're going to tax your ass as an individual.
So
You know
what
what I'm
I did was I purchased in the LLC. I bought,
saying? Right.
I think initially I bought like 7 tax lien certificates, and then once I became acclimated with that, I bought a tax deed in Hillsborough County. I believe it was Gibsonton, Florida.
How does tax deed work for you? Tax deeds are sweet.
The tax
You
deed,
know,
I had purchased it for $6,500, and I sold. The agent put it back on the market, and in 3 days they had an offer at $16,500. So one thing that people don't realize with the tax deeds, though, is they got to go through the suit for. They have to quiet the title. So that, but they got the process where you can get it done in 20 to 21 business days as well. So you don't have to wait that 2 to 3 months that sometimes you usually have to wait. So I got one there, and then I went and got one in Tampa. It was a piece of land. I can't remember how much I made on that one. And then I went to Crystal River, and that's when I got I started to get the houses, the mobile homes. And then I got one in Daytona Beach in November of last year. I think I got it for like 35,000. And I just sold it last month for 94. But that was after putting some work into it.
of course, of course. And that's
You
that's
know,
if you want to. Let me say this real quick. So for the people that's out there with the tax lien, what I like to do, the offering is, you're gonna make a money on the you're gonna make your money on the premium or the interest, whatever their strategy is. This is the thing. The thing is, hey, if nobody redeems, we'll give you pardon me. The thing is this: if you pay for someone's past due delinquent property taxes, the county government says we'll give you a percentage, late fees, penalties, surcharges, and a little come up money. Just thank you for buying the time while you allow the bank to step in or you allow the previous owner to step in, the mortgage company, whoever. So my thing is this: I invest in tax liens. It's the longer route. Tax deeds is the abbreviated route. You're going straight there to get the deed. The tax lien, for me, is great if you got patient money. Because one, I buy tax liens every month. That's one. But two, because what I'm doing is creating an annuity. If I buy it every month and I buy 2 or 3 every month, then after 16 to 18 months, I pretty much annuitize the tax lien. I could just make recurring investments. I could take the interest, allocate most of it into something else, and then I can take the same principal, throw it back in there, roughly. But the thing is this, with the tax lien, I like it because I don't pick them just to get the percentage of something back if the bank pays or if the previous owner pays. I pick tax liens based on me wanting the property. So if I lose, I win. And when I win, I definitely win. So for me, a loss for me in tax lien is getting a percentage of my money, making a 20-30% profit. Making a 15% profit, making a 12% profit of my money. For me, that's a loss that I'm willing to take because I'm still making a profit. But what I want to do actually is hope no one pays so I don't get that profit, so I can get the property. So I'm always looking for the tax lien under the pretense that I want to get the property. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure I got first priority lien holder position so I can have a say over the future of that property. Because if I come in second, to the first person that pays the property tax, then I'm at their disposal or discretion for if they want to take the property, surrender the property. I want to have the right in the future to change my mind. I want to have the right in the future to be like, yo, you know what? I just want the property. Or you know what? I want to keep the property. But I don't just randomly buy a taxi. I buy the ones that I want the property. And I hope that I get the property. If I don't get the property, I still make my profit. Just put my money in it.
And
So,
one thing you usually do is, or one thing that I do is, I usually wait because they get 2 years to redeem. I believe in Florida at least. And what you do is you wait until the cusp of that 2 years, and
that's
then
right.
you purchase the deed or the lien. I'm sorry, and then you apply for the tax deed application. Now, how do you incorporate that UCC into purchasing? Because you said the UCC should always
Well,
preface, or
watch this.
the security
It's not.
agreement should preface the UCC. I believe you said.
That's right. There's no UCC agreement that shouldn't already have a security agreement. When people do that, that's just weird because the UCC one financing statement is an abbreviation of the elongated security agreement. It's the same thing. It's just more wordy, right? And it's just
I
more
had an
technical.
attorney tell me, he was just like, yo, because I had not to cut you, but
Go ahead.
with one of the deeds I had sold, and when I sold it, I offered seller financing to the buyer. So when he gave me the note and the mortgage, I'm like, well, how do I incorporate the UCC into this? And he was just like, well, you can only use the UCC with personal property or something like that. And I'm like, well, isn't the note considered personal property? And he was basically trying to give me the runaround, and he wasn't trying to.
Yeah, people ain't with it. They ain't with it. But the thing is, you want to have two companies at work, and you want to control everything, own nothing. So on your trust, you want to be working for your trust. That's it. And then if you have an LLC, you can use the LLC to purchase those tax liens and tax deeds. But you want on a UCC one financing statement, you want the debtor can only give birth to the creditor. So the LLC has to become the debtor of the trust, which would be the creditor. And then that's when you're going to change the lingo from trustor to trustee. From trustor or trustee, you're going to change it down to obligor or obligor or grantor or grantee, which is dealing with the UCC financial statement. And then what you're doing is essentially is one hand washes the other, one hand is tied and one hand is covered. People be out there and endeavor to make both hands covered or both hands covered. And that's how they get cut up. If you want to really maximize or optimize your experience, then what you're going to do is say, you know what, when I'm dealing with public ventures, that's going to be for my entity, legal fiction, legal person, fiction. That's what that's going to be for. But I'm going to take the debt instruments that I'm making, like liquid cash, I'm going to take the debt instruments, and then when they become hard assets in the form of real estate, then they're going to be immediately by the trust, be holding to the trust. So in other words, your company that's out there in the world is out there and embarking upon the acquisition of certain assets. Your company is using the liquid to do it. The second that liquid turns into a hard asset, like coins or house, by default, the understanding is it already belongs to the trust. So we come for the first time, first in line, first in time rules. So
I can't hear you.
you can hear me now?
I got you now.
Okay, so it's something called the first in line, first in time rule. No one can collect on a debt exclusive to a property that's already beholding to another entity prior to that assertion. So what this means is, let's say I get this right here. This is a property, boom, and so I purchase this. Let's say my type B, let's say my S corp purchases this property, have the
Mm-hmm.
cash, and boom, I exchange the cash to get this property. The second my cash turns into this hard asset, by default, it belongs to my trust or the trust that I work for. Okay, by default, it belongs to the trust that I work for. Because
Without it being recorded in the county, it still belongs to the trust
it's still going to
because
belong to the trust. Because
of that paperwork.
the county's responsibility is to see if there's a UCC filing out there for the entity that's acquiring the property in the first place.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So watch this. You in debt right now, right? So let's say you in debt right now, and you go and you buy Let's say you go and you buy you a damn TV or something on credit, right? But you in debt. The previous creditor can't turn around and dub you off of that TV just because you in debt. Because that arrangement already took place without that person that you going to buy this TV. That person should have looked at your credit check and decided they was going to give you the TV or not based on your previous history. But one really doesn't have to do with the other. But if somebody's really concerned, what they're going to do is peruse through your background to make a decision if it warrants any promise, consideration, appreciation, or security. So if I end up getting the actual property because you didn't do a check, then that's on you. That's not on me. Because guess what? Anybody, I could be out here owing anybody any type of thing. You know, it's the seller's responsibility to make a determination about the predictability of the consumer. And there's all sorts of LexisNexis and everything out there for them to do that. So if you don't do it and I get that property, then first in line, first in time. So watch this. And this is what we're talking about when we say perfected claim and we're speaking about mortgage hypothecations and all this other stuff. If I got an agreement that says my S Corp is in debt 100% in any and all circumstances to my trust, that anything that my S Corp acquires, it automatically belongs to my trust. It's the same scenario with some of these companies, with third-party creditors. They have arrangements with the bank already. So watch what happens. You have money in your bank account and suddenly you don't have money in there no more. You say, yo, how y'all doing that? I got an agreement with you motherfuckers and you over here letting somebody else come in on my bread. How y'all doing that? That's because first in line, first in time. So they already made the arrangement. Yo, if son double back and think he gonna open up shop with you and put his money in there, he a whole dub because I already got an agreement. A first in line, first in time lien on anything that comes his way by default. So what you're doing is creating the same thing but with yourself. So instead of a third party, instead of you being chased down by a third party and you're afraid to open up your own accounts because child support or somebody might take the bread, what you're doing now is saying, oh, okay, I see how the game go. So what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna create my company, and by default, I'm gonna make my company name in flames to my trust. And anything that my company is doing has to pay me back for the rest of its life because that's how much this company agreed that I owe this much to the other entity. But the reality is you work for both companies. You control everything, right? But you own nothing. Because guess what? You make the company get created by another entity and you write in the provisions that they turn all power and control over to you.
So what position do you take in the trust? Do you take the general manager position?
Just trustee. You do that. Just be trustee. Just trustee. You can make yourself trustee and beneficiary. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing a living trust, then you could be trustee.
Well, we talking about the trust that you speak of, the common law trust. That's what we teach.
Yeah. What we're gonna do is refer to it as the sovereign irrevocable trust or the life insurance irrevocable trust. Those are the two main ones that I make this play with because we could assign it to an insurance policy of our choice. And just like you don't pay taxes for a product that you have on layaway until you complete the payment. So if I can find a way to tie my money up, then I can defer taxes or alleviate them completely. So life insurance is like a mortgage on a person's life. So if I tie my money up in life insurance, then tax man kiss my black ass because my shit is in. You know what I'm saying? So most people, the best way they can move around all that tax shit is to deal with real estate and insurance. It's facts. So you just got to create a situation where the money's pending. And so long as the money's pending, then now it's like, yo, hold on, we got to wait till the transaction actually closes before we can tax you. So if you keep the transactions open, they'll hold up, or you just pay a minimal percentage, or you defer the taxes to a later date and time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different strategies. But the name of the game is make one company be in complete debt to the other company 100% of the way. Anything that comes into that company automatically belongs to the trust. Because then it stops any other entity from saying, I'm going to repossess your car. I'm going to take your house. Oh, hold on, fam. You can't take my house and my car because the second it became my house and my car, it automatically belonged to this entity over there. Oh, so who's the one that controlled it? I don't know. It's just like God. God created the world, and one nigga be turning around telling you, yo, I spoke to God, and everybody be like, yo, where? How come you the only nigga? How come every time niggas speak to God, is always in some dark ass alley or in the mountaintop or some shit where nobody's around. And then he come back and he give a revelation to everybody, but everybody starts believing in it because the game that's put down is so deep that he's like, yo, wow. And then God says, yo, you know what? If you follow my laws, statutes, and commandments, I'm gonna give you the world. Oh, you Israel, I'll give you the land, real estate. So now watch this. So who's the prophet in this matrix? The prophet in this matrix is the trustee. Because the trustee's job is to see to it that the trust never accumulates negative asset value, goes and deficit. The job of the trustee is always make sure it's making money. So the trust is what? The world that God gives. Because trust means property held on behalf of one so that another may benefit. So I will tell you, like, you follow my laws, statutes, and commandments, the provisions in the trust, the game plan, then not only will you inherit the land, real estate, but then your children, O children of Israel, your children will prosper. So those are the beneficiaries. So now we got the prophet, which is the trustee. God who created the world called the trust. Trust is property held on behalf of one so that another may benefit. And then guess what? He gives the power and the control to who? The trustee will be the prophet. He gives them the edict to tell everybody else, if y'all follow this game plan, it's a wrap. It's going to work out. So now what it does is what? When the tax man comes or whoever comes and they say, yo, who created this company? I don't know. Son just created it and bounced. He just gave me all the power of responsibility and decision making. So now this is being a conundrum when you deal with the trust because of the trust. Now we got to do this. So the creator isn't the controller, and the controller is the creator. And among the companies, they're the same people. The creator only created it to get power and control over all responsibilities to the other person. Now watch this. Watch all this tricky shit. So now you got a company that wasn't created by you, but the creator gave you all the power to make every decision. So you control everything you own up. You're free from liability. Now you got another company that literally buys things, and once it buys it, it automatically doesn't belong to that company. It belongs to this company who someone created it for the purposes of you to control everything. So this is what the UCC One Financial Statement is creating, because now they can't touch you. You're like, yo, fam, I was just doing the job. I like it. I can walk away at any given point in time. I'm feeling the power that I've been given by the creator. Just walked away from the company and said, yo, I just want to control everything. But you will not get the credit for creating this world. Boom. And then on the other hand, yo, everything comes to the other company by default because the other company said, hey, I start going into business. I automatically own everything I get to the company. Who can sign a crazy agreement like that? Doesn't matter. Because you know what I'm saying? It's just it's all legal. It's all about interpretation.
Okay, so so let's just say you did this. You purchased, you created your trust last month, and you get 2 life insurance policies, 250,000 apiece, so they're $500,000.
Damn, shit is monthly. That's crazy.
You assign, so you got your trust. You got your life insurance policies, 2 life insurance policies, 250,000 apiece. That's $500,000. Let's just say you got $250,000 in real estate that you got in the trust as well. So that's $750,000 that the trust value is worth right now. So let's just say that was just a month ago that you did all this. How soon would you be able to leverage that $750,000 that the trust is worth to start pulling money out? Because we know we just started the life insurance policies last month, but we also added the $250,000 that the properties are worth to the trust. So now, how long do you have to wait? Because the insurance hasn't accumulated any value because you just started it, but the properties are still worth $250, free and clear.
Well, I got you. I'll tell you this.
How soon can you borrow?
From the insurance policy or from the trust? Is the
From
trust
the insurance policy based on the $750,000 value from the $500,000 between the two life $500,000 between the 2 life insurance policies and the $250 from the assets accumulative value.
Is the trust assigned to the insurance policy?
The trust is basically the strategy that you always explain is that.
I got you. You looking at, and you know, this is, I hate to use that word guesstimate. I don't know who made that, but we'll do in our estimation. It all varies depending on which life insurance policy you're dealing with, because some entities will make things more appealing for you. So you could be looking at a 2-year stint, or you could be looking at a 18-month stint, a 1.5 year type of energy before you could start accessing. But then the thing is, once you start talking about those numbers, a lot of things start getting expedited. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not nickel and diamond once we adding value to the product. The insurance is a product. Once you start adding value to the product, you might not have to wait a year for you to start accessing some of the cash value, depending on what you put in there, and then they could quantify or project the likelihood of where you will be at 4 years from now, and then be able to come up with a summation like, you know what, we can give him access to some of this bread right here, because at this rate, he would be able to do this. So they probably say, oh, you know what, we give you another 4 or 5 month trial, and you good, you could access this money. So it just all varies on its permutations. You know, it varies based on what you assign to it, what value you add to it, your present credit disposition. And when I say credit, I don't mean like, you know, if you pay your phone bill, light bill, and gas bill. I'm talking your credit, like how toxic is the air? Because there's an air score. You know what I'm saying? There's a are you on any prescription drugs? There's a pharmaceutical score. They got different scores out there that they integrate into the insurance score. Insurance is a score itself, and that's a whole nother credit line. So based on your insurance score, your air score, your pharmaceutical score, and a couple other scores they just don't tell us about, that'll empower them with the ability to consider the value you added on, the value your personal life may deduct, in addition to the policy, the trust that you've added to it. And if you bought a policy where you could sell all the parts of the policy, and at what duration of time do you have the right to sell all the parts of the insurance policy? Because some insurance policies are not going to allow you to sell all the parts, but they allow you to sell some of the parts if you say, I'm going to make a determination that in X amount of time I realize I'm not using these parts of the policy, can I sell that back? You know what I'm saying? So then that's another conversation. So one is accessing the cash value of the insurance policy, but then you also can ask, can I sell some of the parts of my insurance policy if I'm not using it? You know what I'm saying? So that's something you say before you get the policy. You go in there and you ask them, yo, I want to know, can I sell all the parts of the policy that I'm not using? Can I sell all the parts of the policy at a certain point in time? And they say not at a certain point in time. Then you want to know, well, can I sell all the parts can I sell most of the parts? And what parts can I sell? You know, so it's a whole conversation talking to them. So you can customize your joint. You got the right to customize your joint. What oftentimes, people just get something that's presented to them, and they just go for it because they ain't get seasoned in it. That's why I be doing the courses and everything to make sure, like, people are hunted when they get in those conversations, because these are power moves that'll lock you in for the rest of your life. That even if you have hiccups along the way, or you end up in some kind of debt, when you're dealing with these tax deeds, then now you got equitable disposition. You can mess around and get a home equity line of credit. You know, you mess around and you buy you a deed for $3,500 and it's worth $40,000, and you get a home equity line of credit, and your credit score pretty decent. You got a 640 credit score. Then, you know, perhaps you get a little 40% of that property. So if you spent $3,500, let's say the property is a $50,000 property, you got it for $3,500. Yeah, you executed the right to foreclose, all that other stuff. Granted, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you spend $5,000 total to get a $50,000 property, but you had a decent credit score, not even all that good. You had 640. So now they say, well, we'll give you 40% of this $50,000. You know what I'm saying? So now you can access $20,000 because of a $5,000 investment. If you ever have an emergency, you're sitting on a deed for this, but you got that equity, you can pull out of there ASAP because you got the deed, and all you gotta do is go to your bank, any self-respecting bank. If you just go in there with the deed and say, I need to get a HELOC, and they look at your score and say, oh, you're over 600. Sometimes you want to just get the property and just keep one sitting there. I got property, I just pay property tax on, just in case of emergency. Let's say this right, man, run down on me and be like, yo, fam, I don't care how much extra taxes you pay to try to get out this tax credit. We did an audit, and we got to freeze your account because this, that, and the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just always going to have contingency plans. I'm always going to have paper stacks. I'm always going to have properties that I can pull 50, 60 grand out of at a moment's notice. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have gold coins and silver coins in my precious metals refinery account, because guess what? Gold is $1,700 an ounce. silver is about $17 an ounce. And if the economy collapse, and I taught this in my last class, the gold and the prices last Sunday. If the economy collapse, gold is automatically going to be worth 5,000 upwards. If the economy collapse right now, that $17 ounce, $17 an ounce of silver is automatically worth $500. So that makes silver more valuable now based on extrinsic value, not intrinsic. You know what I'm saying?
I got some. I got some, but with that precious metal, I dealt with the kit code thing. Do you suggest having one of those accounts that they have where you can keep your online and hold some as well in person?
Go with Kitco. They got hold.
Because I remember you was telling us about David H. Fells.
Yeah, but they're on some sucker shit, so I don't deal with them no more. They start changing their rules and the way they deal with their holdings. I want 100% ownership of my precious metals. You ain't gonna hustle off of me after I put up my bread. So once they change that, I say, yo, we out of here. And then simultaneously, what competitors do, they see you on some F stuff, and then they make modifications so they can compete and make their stuff better. So just like when Robinhood came into the game, and they made things more available to the millennials, and they less taxing, less daunting. You don't have to fill out everything. You can just go up in the game and get you a margin account. Your credit shot, but them niggas letting you get 20K out of nowhere to borrow against. So what they did, they opened up the floodgates for everybody that just got tired of the hassle. Whereby if you want Fidelity be like, yo, hold on, I just want you to sign these 3 pages that you totally understand, that you will not blame us when you F up your money, right? And that's good too. But for Robinhood, they created more, they expeditiously created a scenario where you can get to work ASAP. And you don't have to even go through the process of lying on your application to have the right to get access to the trade, right? So when they did that, all the other people playing by the rules, they got their asses kicked. You know what I'm saying? So when David H. Fells did what they did, Kitco tightened up. But people that's able to make more informed decisions, they were able to see, Kitco made it clear on their site. I put it on the class for last Sunday. Yo, you have 100% ownership of your precious metals. When we talking that kind of talk, and we talking about your precious metals being destroyed, so that way, if everything go to hell, your precious nothing in America. You may have a refinery account in America. The Kitco also has refinery accounts in the Cayman Islands. It also has refinery accounts in Canada. You know what I'm saying? So that's just all around dope. So I would suggest Kitco because for me right now, they got the most solid securitization of your assets without contradicting your ownership, because I don't even want you owning 1% of my shit. I would rather you charge me a 5% hike for me to buy the precious metals from you than for you to have an ownership as part of what I just paid for. Like, I'm not in agreement with you. I'm not with that. I didn't sit here and read something for me to be in agreement with you. So when you charge me from the gate, so I'm done with you after that. If you got a holding facility, you want to charge me to hold it, you like the banks do. If you don't keep this much money in your account, I'm going to charge you this at the end of the month. Do something like that. But don't play around and make me buy my stuff and then turn around and I found out I'm in some kind of partnership with you. We ain't hustling together. It's because when you make your bread, you ain't going to get me people. You know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
I get you over my shit. You know what I'm saying? So Kitco is definitely it. But yo, I got to get ready to bust my move.
I got you.
Word,
I
man.
appreciate it. Definitely.
My brother. Yo, it just feels good to see a king out here, talking that talk and getting the job done, man. That makes me feel so good to see our people getting that bread, man. It's a great thing. Thank you
I love
for
it.
day, man.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Enjoy it.
What's your name again?
Huh?
What's your name again?
It's C on here, but my name is Craig.
Craig. All right. I'm going to look for your inbox, man. Send me your number, man. I'm sending you a text.
I
Appreciate
got
you.
you. Definitely.
All right, brother, man. Thank you so much. Salute to you.
Peace.
Elu, perpetual success.
Louisville. Peace.
Word. Man, enlightened brother, man. That was dope. I don't care if I got to start back pushing dope. Curtis Reed, take it easy, man. Take it easy. You only need a few bucks in the market, King. Yo, don't incriminate yourself. I don't care if I gotta start back pushing dope. Don't incriminate yourself, Curtis.
You staying longer, babe?
Nah, I'm out of here. I just closed out.
Okay.
Look at this baby. This
Yeah,
man.
sun on my face.
That's
And
chill.
she's sweating.
Yeah, she need that. These girls need some sun. She's sweating. She smiling. Hey, Nefertari. Neffy. Nefertari. There you go. Can't see the shadows all in there. Hey, but you smiling nonetheless.
Look, you gotta get her from a
There we
different
go.
angle. Look at
There
that
we
face.
go. Look at that face. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hi.
She just woke up too.
Yeah, she got that. Just woke up. Are you shoving that dang camera in my face? I thank the Most High for receiving this information. You that guy, dude. Peace. Yeah, I'm gonna do more of these interacting with you all. I love it. I've been waiting for Facebook to open up this feature for me. I've been waiting for Facebook to allow me to just build with you guys back and forth. But go to brotherpolite.com, purchase that Gold in the Crisis class, or get in tune with that UCC class. Get in tune with that UCC and real estate course. It comes out July 4th, but just get in tune with it now, because man, oh man, it's going down. It's a beautiful thing. You go to brotherpolite.com, you purchase Gold in the Crisis, or you purchase the UCC real estate course. But Gold in the Crisis is still going on. I teach it damn near every Sunday. Every Sunday I'm constantly teaching. The only course out here that's going to teach you for 2-3 months straight. Just exhausting the information. There's no way you could teach stocks and stop at 2 or 3 hours, 4 or 5 hours. That's a lie. Anybody doing that is lying to you. Now, you get some valuable information in that span of time. I wouldn't even hold that against anyone. But if you're going to be realistic about achieving a certain level of mastery, you gotta be in this week to week to week. So I get it when people doing the money grab, they want to make their money, and the means got to justify the extremes. I get it. But I'm making enough bread so I can spend enough time doing it every week. I got another class for you guys this Sunday. We done with the John Wick series. I hope you love the John Wick series. It's gonna be hard to outdo that. I love the John Wick series for Gold in the Crisis. However, the last series is coming up this Sunday. We're starting up the new series. The last one to close out the class is called Supreme Mathematics. So we hitting the numbers hard. Supreme Mathematics. We calling this one Supreme Mathematics Wicked. That's the subtitle, Wicked. Gold in the Crisis is fire. Can't wait for UCC to start too. That's right, Renee. Let's get it in. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to teach week after week after week until you guys have a certain level of mastery about the course. What are you doing?
Hijacking the screen. Tell Daddy to bye. It's time to go, Daddy. Thank you. Tell him.
Say hi.
Tell him. Time to go.
Say hi, baby. Always give you something.
Then taking it back.
Yeah.
Time to go, right?
Fortis Fortuna
What?
Aduba. It's the name of the last John Wick, the gold coin class.
You said pretend. You saying something new.
Latin. What you laughing about? What you laughing about? What you laughing about? What you laughing about?
Thank you.
Thank you, baby. She take it right back. She like, yo, this is only for a little bit. You don't give my stuff back when I give it to you the second I give it to you. She falls for it again.
Thank you.
Go ahead, get that back. Go ahead and get that back.
She gives to me so she can grab the cup. Okay.
Oh, she's like, if I give you this, maybe you let me slide with this juice. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much.
That brace feels good.
How you feeling, baby?
No, 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 no.
Peace of family. Oh, girl. That's Nefertari for you. Peace to the family. That was great. Go to brotherpolight.com. Get that goal in the crisis. Don't be out here struggling when all this opportunity is available to you. That's nuts. And as always, I'm going to keep going live and keep hearing you guys come in and be, yo, I made this bread. Yo, that brother said you've been listening 3 years, since 3 years ago, rocking out the tax deed information when I was putting that out. Son going hard in the paint with the tax deed. He really, that's why I love when people apply the information. He talking that talk. You know, you only can really get there when you get the information you just experience. Experience is always going to give you more depth. So salute to that brother, man. I'm proud of him, man. He's going hard. I love that. I love that. That's how I feel with the stock class. But we need more people on the tax deed tip, so that's why. Man, wait till y'all see what I do. Wait and see. Masterminding. We go. When we talk about new covenant, body politic, members of our body politic, what we're known for is stocks and real estate. I'm building a whole community of people that just get busy when it comes to stocks and real estate. We make money in our community. Everybody else could say that that's the devil and it's evil. We make bread on ours. On our time, that's what we're doing. Right. Peace to the family. We out of here.
Turn up.
You about to turn up, baby?
Thank you for the utensils. Officially awake.
She mad or she happy? Oh.
Both.
Peace to the family.